Like, I feel like even before, like, drugs were introduced to the situation, like, she wasn't all there coming into the apartment.
Alright.
You know, I don't judge people on their mental stability and things like that. But it's just like... But there's certain people you're like, maybe they shouldn't be on this drug. Maybe we shouldn't be including her in this, you know?
Want for having some conversation with Steven and Twan. Questioning the whole universe and history of man. Saturday on Sunday, we're gonna make it through. Speak up, It's a Saturday on Sunday.
Wow.
Welcome back to me eating a Starburst on Saturday on Sunday. I'm Twan.
I'm Steven.
And I'm out of Starburst.
Womp womp. Here, have an orange one.
You dick. You know there's a light directly in my face, right? I did not see that coming.
Everybody knows the orange ones are the dangerous ones.
Right. Watch out.
They'll put an eye out.
Danger, danger. I would have thought it been the red ones, but no, orange.
My goal is to not only be interactive and a participant in this episode, but to also finish the entire pile of Starburst on the table before the episode ends.
Well, good luck with that.
ASMR at its finest.
Delicious. Do you guys like Starburst? And what's your favorite color? Everybody knows it's pink. Leave it in the
Exactly.
comments. I mean, have you met anybody whose favorite Starburst wasn't pink?
No.
Well, see, I have a toss-up, and red and pink. When you got the 2-packs at school,
Right.
double red, double pink were always cool,
Yeah.
but a red and a pink was good.
Right.
Double yellow was garbage.
If you got double yellow, that's it.
It's like,
If
throw
your
that in the
favorite,
trash.
if your favorite color of Starburst is yellow, you're either a fucking liar or I hate you.
Those are the only two choices.
Because you have those people who are like, oh, I love yellow, and they don't really.
Right.
They just want to be
They're
different.
just trying to start
Oh,
some shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Nobody likes those.
Yeah, like I put my shirt on first, you know?
Call back.
So you have a callback on line 1? Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you know, you gotta dare to be different, I guess, sometimes. But, you know, if you're saying your favorite
Only in certain
Starburst is
aspects,
yellow,
though.
then get the fuck
but like
out
I
of
said,
here.
I'm still highly. But candy flavors are highly important.
Yeah.
Yellow doesn't need to exist, and if they just took it out, nobody would be like, "Oh fuck, that
Why did
sucks."
they take the yellow one away?
But candy companies also do a bunch of stupid shit with their candy.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense. Like fucking Skittles replacing lime with apple.
Yeah.
I'm pissed.
I don't know.
But now they have a bag of Skittles that's all lime.
Oh, right.
It's still not.
So I got
it's,
that.
It's too much.
I got it, and it's too much. But like, you just gotta put the lime back into the
You're right.
regular
I gotta
Skittles.
redistribute this lime amongst my other
Yeah.
Skittles. So I just buy 2 bags. Well, 4 bags just to evenly distribute the lime between a few.
Right. You got to keep it even.
Right. I don't know.
I'll buy like the 2-pound bags of fucking like Starburst or Skittles or like
Yeah.
all that shit, and just sit on the couch and eat them all.
Right.
I used to
mean-
do that with M&Ms, like the peanut or the peanut butter M&Ms.
See, like M&Ms are one of those things. Like, I can't sit there and eat like regular M&Ms. Like,
Yeah,
I
because
feel
he's
like,
a whole rapper. It's really hard.
right. You gotta start at the feet and work your way up.
It's a whole thing.
Like, but like the flavor of M&Ms by themselves, without like a peanut in it or like peanut butter or any of the other shit that they put in them, like the chocolate taste is fucking gross to me.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Like,
No, you
I can't-
need the flavored ones. Like,
Right. You need something extra.
I-
What's really good is the coffee peanut ones.
Yeah, those are good.
I've never had them.
They're
Yeah, they're
delicious.
good.
I like the peanut ones without like the outer chocolate or shell.
Yeah, just like
Those are
chocolate
good.
covered peanuts.
No, he doesn't
No,
want
just
chocolate. He
peanuts.
just wants peanuts.
No,
We've
but
had this conversation.
but
yeah,
I will say that my favorite M&M is the peanut M&M.
right.
Yeah.
Naturally.
that's a classic.
It's the go-to.
But if you're
One
eating mint M&Ms, you're fucking gross.
Why?
Mint chocolate's
It's
good,
amazing.
but mint M&Ms, like, get the fuck out of here.
I can eat a whole bag of them.
Never
Yeah,
had
because you're a
those either.
gross ass. I'm just
Hey,
joking.
everybody likes what they like.
Like, I feel like people give other people real heavy shit about the kind of candy that they like. And it's just like, it's whatever. Just the same with food and anything else. It's like, people upset, like, why the fuck is candy corn still a thing? It's like, because enough people enjoy candy
I
corn
love candy corn.
that it's a thing still.
I rang somebody out at work last week, and he had a bag of like the pumpkin ones,
Oh, yeah, that's the shit.
and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot it's already that
Yeah.
time of year.
Right.
But
Last year I missed out on buying.
I
like,
went to a
6
house
bags
one
of it.
time, and I don't remember whose house it was, but they had candy corns that were candy apple,
Oh, okay.
I've had those.
and they were phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, literally the best candy corn ever, because it's candy apple. How can it not be?
Yeah.
I have never found them anywhere after that.
Oh, really?
I had them that one time, and then I started to question myself on whether or not they actually existed.
Did I really eat that?
Like, did I make that up in my head? No, I know I tasted it. I went through the flavor profile.
Right.
They were different colors, but I've never been able to find them.
Like you felt like you gave yourself like your own Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Right.
These exist, but they don't.
But you guys know what I'm talking about, right? I'm not tripping, right?
Right.
No, I've had them.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't exist. You're crazy.
If you guys know where
There
to
you
get
go.
those,
Two different answers there.
find me some.
I mean, they have all kinds of flavors of candy corn. I know that from stocking groceries and shit. Like,
Aren't you so glad you don't do that anymore?
I'm so glad that I don't do that anymore. Like, somebody was asking me the other day, it's like, oh, do you miss working at the fucking Giant Eagle? I'm like, fuck no, I don't miss working at Giant Eagle. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, would you miss that?
There's
like-
a whole lot to miss.
Like, I don't miss my coworkers. I don't miss the customers, you know?
I apologize
No part
on
of
his
that.
behalf for anybody who used to work with him that
Hey,
thoroughly enjoys him.
If you used to work with me... And
I didn't like you.
I didn't
You were
like
the
you.
worst.
There's a good chance that I really just tolerated you and was civil
Dude,
because
he
we
got
were
a
at
new
work.
job. He's like, fuck all you.
Like,
Fuck you, peasants.
right. I mean, and if you are somebody that we did seem cool, you know,
We weren't.
we weren't, you know? It's like it was all an act.
That was only,
Oh, God.
he was there for one thing.
I'm just gonna go out and say this: in any social situation, if you think that I was cool, it
That's
was
your
all an
bad.
act.
That's your bad.
God damn.
Don't think that.
Jeff
I'm not cool.
Jeff has gotten into your head.
I mean,
What's
Me
next?
and-
You're going to be in space?
me,
I'm just kidding.
me and Jeff hang out all the time. We talk about all kinds of stuff.
Uh,
I'm like, hey, some of your shit doesn't work quite right. And he's like, sorry, I got a rocket to build. My bad.
he's like, I don't sell most of it. It's
Right.
third-party sellers.
Right.
Fuck.
I mean, he's not even the CEO right now anymore, so.
No.
I am.
Oh,
Oh,
why don't we have a better studio then?
Right.
What the hell?
That's how you save money.
Like, my money's tied up in offshore bank accounts,
Rocket ships.
rocket ships. If I became a billionaire, I feel like the last thing I would want to do is build a rocket ship to space. But I guess, you know,
If
not a-
everybody else is doing it.
I guess my mind or, you know, my ideas would maybe be different if I was a billionaire. Like, I might think that it'd be a good idea. But,
you know,
like,
fuck it. I am gonna build a rocket.
you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm a billionaire too. It's time for my rocket. It's not going to be dick-shaped or anything, but, you know, it'll
I have
work.
a problem
Yeah.
over here.
I saw you slowly drifting into a
Yeah.
problem over there. You all right?
Well, I started to chew another Starburst working at this pile.
Yeah.
It bit into something hard, and I thought it was my tongue ring.
Yeah.
So I have one of those in. And I felt my tongue ring, and it was not my tongue ring.
No.
But it's a piece of tooth, and I don't know where it came from.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know.
Hopefully your mouth.
One can hope at least it was.
Well, I was trying to feel around because I have a broken molar. It's my wisdom tooth, not a molar.
Yeah.
It's my wisdom tooth that's in there, and it's breaking apart.
Good time.
I'm doing all the orthodontist work for him
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's too expensive. But I don't feel anything different.
I mean,
This is making me regret the handful of those that I've ate.
I mean, as a person that has had all 4 of my wisdom teeth shatter and have to be pulled, you know, you lose feeling after a certain point where you're like, well, most of that tooth is gone, so most of the nerves are gone now, too.
What's crazy to me, though, is like my wisdom teeth are starting to break because I've never gotten them pulled.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to me that when you see an orthodontist and they tell you, okay, we have to break your wisdom teeth and that's how we're going to pull them out because they're impacted, blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking mumbo jumbo. And it's the same price.
Oh,
I'm like, half of those motherfuckers are missing.
oh, yeah.
I don't get no discount? What the fuck?
They're like, well, we really have to dig it in there to get those out now. If it was a whole tooth, we could just pop, gone. But now that we have to go in there and actually, you know, try not to fuck you
But
up.
it should be half off. I removed half of them for you by letting them just break inside my mouth.
Yeah.
Well, then I got ripped off because half of my tooth was missing and they had to pull it out.
I mean, I would think a
Goddamn.
good...
I'm
Like,
not going to stop
And
eating
it wasn't a wisdom tooth either, though.
oh. Well, shit.
It was actually a molar.
Oh. See, my top wisdom teeth were all pretty much broken down to the gum line by the time that I got them pulled.
It's just expensive.
Oh, yeah. And then you're just, like, calling around to, like, 1,000,001 different dentist office. And, like, oh, can you get me in? And can you get me in? The last one that I got pulled, I went and to the dentist, and they're like, oh, we can't pull that. You got to go and get it surgically removed. And I'm like, well, that's shitty. So I call up a different dentist, like, hey, you think you can try to pull this? And they did it. It's like, no problem. I got this. And pulled it right out. It's like, what?
A broken one?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, they were all broken.
I have to ask Steve if he can do that to me.
Oh, yeah.
I said it because I thought the dentist that did it. His name was Steve.
It might have been Steve. He looked like he could have been a Steve. But he really wanted to fix my chipped tooth. And I'm like, nah.
It's part of who I am.
Right. It's
That
like,
is me.
It's like it's right there in my front of my face. And it's been there for years and years. Like, why would I do that?
See, that's
It's one of
when
my character
I got
traits.
my tooth pulled, and he's like, looking at your x-rays, you need a lot more work. I'm like, yeah, but take care of that one that's making me not
Right.
be able to sleep. And then when
For
another
sure,
one
for sure.
makes me not be able to sleep, I'll come see
Right.
you real quick.
It's like, I don't know. I finally got back on dental insurance, so I'm going to try and get my teeth taken care of.
Do you have to order that on Amazon?
No, I mean, it's next day delivery, so it's all good. I got
the
Prime.
prime.
So, you know, no big deal. I waited till the last day to sign up for benefits, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should.
Yeah, it's a good
get it
idea.
checked out.
If they offer it, it's not a bad idea.
Depends what the pay rate is.
Yeah, it's like for under $10, I got health, vision, and dental.
I thought you were about to say digital.
I got digital.
What is digital insurance?
I was gonna get my left hand replaced with a robot hand. I mean, you know.
Oh shit!
Oh,
you can
so
give me
Jake's on
upgrades.
digital?
Right.
Come on. I should have signed up for that. I need upgrades back here.
I mean, you know, maybe if after I get a few more paychecks under my belt, I might get Jacob a new left hand. But it might be a monkey hand. We're all primates here.
Right.
No big deal. This is the way. I have spoken.
I just started watching The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Like, finally. I said I was going to forever ago.
Yeah.
But I'm like almost finished with the second season.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, I've been missing out on this for like so long.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
It's one of my favorite Star Wars.
He's like,
stories.
yo, y'all motherfuckers ain't wearing y'all helmets. And Bo-Katan's like, fuck you.
Right. It's like
They're cool.
It's like sorry, we don't subscribe to your fucking
Your shit's old as fuck.
ways.
Right.
Like we're not a we're not a warrior race anymore, but we're fighters still. We're not whatever.
Right.
We don't want to hide our face. What do we look like, Slipknot?
All right, Kelly, calm down.
I mean, the dude, the fucking, what's his name? I was gonna say James Taylor. James Taylor.
The front
James
man of
Taylor.
Slipknot, James Taylor, singing all soft and sweet to everybody.
Right. Oh man.
Different, but same.
Yeah. Both of their music makes me feel good inside, so it's all good.
Yeah. Psychosocial duality.
Right.
They're all same.
I like to mix my genres up a little bit. It's like
Anybody that listens to a single genre of music, they have no taste to me.
They are serial killers.
Right. Like fucking sociopath over here.
Right.
Like a damn
I mean, I try not to listen to more than one type of music, but I feel like all music's the same. If you listen hard enough.
If you alter it.
I was gonna say, depends on how far you get into sub-genres.
Right. Like, I mean, it's all mood-based. Like, I listen to, like, hip-hop and rap music when I'm in the car. But when I'm getting it on, I'm listening to Jim James and shit like that.
Yeah, when I'm getting it on, I'm listening to the intro to The Office. Or
right. Whatever's on TV.
Yeah. I mean, I try not to do it. I always try to, for it to be a musical accompaniment.
I try to finish before the intro that's over.
It's like a game.
Right.
And go.
Like that Michael Scott really cracks me up.
Right. I can't miss any of it.
Right. Oh man, I didn't realize that was going to make
I've
so
done
much
that,
noise.
I've laughed at a movie on the TV while doing the act of the adults.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shows your lack of focus.
Like, but if I'm doing it and like fucking Hostel's playing in the background, I get off way too fast.
My defense was Anchorman was on in the background.
Oh, right. Well,
I laughed out loud during, and then she was like, "What the fuck?" My wife's not gonna like hearing this because it wasn't her. But.
I mean, it wasn't Jen with the whole Hostel thing anyway. I mean, that doesn't get me off. Shut up.
But I was just like, yeah.
Did you see that girl's eyeball hanging out? Fucking hot.
Terrible.
Gross. I mean, delicious. I mean, damn. Girl.
No, I just want to make a picture with what I have left.
Yeah.
I'm never going to finish this.
Man, you only got like, what? 30 more?
Yeah, but
That's not 30.
it's getting to the point where it's fucking mostly yellows because I keep skipping those ones.
Well, just pass Cole back here. He ain't gonna eat any of them.
Yeah.
I'll eat them.
Yahtzee. You guys want some?
Welcome to Saturday on Sunday in 3D. Did you put on your 3D glasses at the beginning of the episode?
I gotta remember to
You
get
should
that
have known.
so nothing bad happens in the basement.
Wait, what?
Because I clean up down here after every episode.
Right.
As you can tell by the shots of the bar.
Our assistants.
I mean, we just gotta get, our cleaning crew in here.
Yeah.
Our producer, Jeff, has been fucking slacking on...
I think they went on
getting us
strike.
upgrade.
Why do we let him unionize?
Right. It's like he's only one person.
Right.
I mean,
That's
get the
not a
fuck outta
union.
here.
My manager has been doing a pretty good job
Yeah.
at booking me a bunch of gigs. Drop that on the table. Fuck me. What is happening right now?
This is the Twan's having difficulties episode.
I cannot. I'm not even drunk.
I'm way too sober for this.
At least we have
I'm the only one working on getting drunk.
Right. Jacob's the only one.
At least we have cloth on the table now, so it's like soaking into that
Right.
and not just like rolling off onto the floor. But
It's adding much needed character to our bland ass tablecloth.
Right.
fuck.
You know what that tablecloth needs?
Fucking soda
Pepsi
stain.
stain.
Yeah, I
Not
call
a
this soda.
sponsor.
Get the fuck out of here.
I call it soda all the time.
Right.
There's times I'm waiting on someone. I'm like, oh, what kind of soda would you like? And they're like, what?
It has fizz to it. It's soda. I don't care what anybody says.
Would you call this a soda though? It has fizz to it.
No, that's burr. That's a whole nother category.
I don't call it soda though.
Yeah.
Sody pop.
It's all
I'm not-
Coke.
I say oat, so I'm still.
so you're from the
Midwest-
South. Everything's a Coke.
Everything's a Coke.
Yeah.
What's weird though is they know what kind they're talking about.
Right.
Right.
So he's like, "Let me get a Coke," and they'll hand him a Mountain Dew, and you're like, "How the fuck?"
I knew what you wanted.
It's like,
Because he's my cousin.
right. I know that you always drink Mountain Dew, especially on Thursdays after 3.
You gotta have your habits.
Right.
I
mean, on Thursdays after 3, I'll be drinking that Mountain Dew.
I hate Mountain Dew. I would never get a Mountain Dew product ever.
Yeah.
No?
I only like moonshine. I don't know what this fucking lemon lime shit is.
Yeah, it's not the same Mountain Dew.
Right. It's like you're talking about Mountain Dew, and I'm talking about Mountain Dew, and I'm not drinking your Mountain Dew. That's garbage. Only if it's red.
I haven't had good moonshine in a while.
Me either. I haven't had real moonshine in a while. I've had that like over-the-counter bullshit moonshine.
Oh, the smoky,
Right, like
whatever.
apple pie moonshine. I'm like, no, I want a mason jar with fucking a couple twigs in it and fucking good to
Fire.
go. Right. I want it to burn before I even take the shot, you know?
Your nostril hairs just all like go
like-
back into your head.
Like, I want to blink a couple times and assume that I'm blind, and then it gets better after like maybe 5 or 6 blinks. And like,
I
can
saw
see
over the
again.
weekend you were at some beer pong tables.
I was at a beer pong table.
How'd
Oh,
that
shit.
go?
I mean, I wasn't like we weren't drinking. Like we were just playing the game.
You
Lame.
weren't drinking?
No,
What
I
the
was
fuck?
drinking fucking Red Bull.
So it's just pong?
Yeah, but like the person's house or apartment that I was at, like I don't know.
Is way too over dramatic during beer pong?
Like he's really, really into beer pong.
Like if he starts losing, like he thinks the whole thing's rigged and doesn't want to play anymore?
right, it's like kind
I've
of
never
like
played
that.
with him.
No. Like, it's just like, oh, I'm the fucking best at beer pong. And then it's like, obviously, you're not the best.
Because I am.
Right. I mean, I'm not going to say that I'm any good.
No,
at
hell
beer
no, dude.
pong.
I'm trash.
Right.
And I like to say, like everybody else does, like when you're sucking, when you first start playing beer pong, well, I'm not drunk enough yet. I'm way better when I'm drunk.
Right.
You're just drunk, so you don't notice how shitty you are. You're like, yeah, fucking nailing this.
Right.
You're like, I just hit that cup. And they're like, yeah.
It's
But
gotta
that's
go
the
in.
first cup
Right.
you've made in 14 shots.
Oh,
You're like,
yeah.
but I made more. Fucking beast.
Right. Like I invited you over that night, and I'm, it's a good thing that you didn't make it out, because this whole situation wasn't as fun as that picture would make you think it was. Because the person that invited me over, their dad, who wasn't really their dad, it's just a guy that they grew up with for a little while
Right.
during their life. But their dad's girlfriend was there, and she wasn't all there. Like I would say maybe like 15% of her was there.
Right,
Fun.
right.
And it's just like, well, this could have been fun. They invited us over to hang out and stuff. And I'm, just assuming that it was going to be him and his girlfriend and maybe like his sister or another friend or whatever. But like, their dad and their dad's girlfriend definitely didn't make the didn't make the hangout any more fun. It didn't bring anything else to the
They
equation.
brought nothing to the actual
They
beer
brought
pong
nothing
table.
to the table.
They were trying to get a weird orgy, and you're like, most of us are related.
And like his dad or whatever, like didn't understand the rules of beer pong. Like it was something super difficult.
Which
to
is
understand.
like how older people work, you know.
Right.
So I gotta throw it, and if I don't make it, I get 8 cups. But if I do make it, I get to kill your firstborn.
Right.
Gotcha.
I mean, they have all kinds of like beer pong rules.
Oh
or,
my God.
Like
whatever.
house rules.
I'm like, okay,
Dude, yeah,
cool.
like for me, it's like standard rules.
Right.
Shoot the ball, make it, drink it.
Right.
You know,
Don't add
let's not worry about
anything.
the other shit until later. Like, I'll make that up if I'm losing.
Oh yeah.
Right.
It's like, oh, if we get 2 in the same cup, then you could take away extra cups, and if it bounces and goes into a cup, then you could take away extra cups, and if you know, give a hand job to one of the people watching, then, you know, you get 3 cups off the table. But
Add
like,
something extra to somebody
How
else's
many cups
cup.
did you get off the table?
but you know, I was just, you know, having a good time. but like the dude's girlfriend that was there, the one that was only 10% there, maybe 5%, who knows?
I like how it keeps going down.
like we had a blunt going around, and like she would just sit on the blunt smoke the whole blunt to herself, and doesn't even realize what's going on around her, and just like, did you just smoke that whole thing? It's like, wait, what?
She's like, yeah, I'm really high right now.
They're like, you know there was weed in there, right? She's like, wait, this was a blunt? I was just smoking and smoking and smoking. I'm like, oh, cool. No wonder only 2% of you are here.
Right.
I would like to be a little bit less here, too.
Right.
Bitch. Was she hot?
No. Like, she was the opposite.
Didn't make up for anything.
Right.
She
Like-
came down and she said, what are you doing, stepson?
Like, I feel like even before, like, drugs were introduced to the situation, like, she wasn't all there coming into the apartment.
All right.
You know, I don't judge people on their mental stability and things like that. But
Who's
it's just
got
like,
that?
but there's certain people you're like, maybe they shouldn't be on this drug. Maybe we shouldn't be including her in this, you know? But to each their own, I guess. I'm not a gatekeeper on other people's habits.
You're not?
No, so quit drinking.
I was gonna say, no wonder I've never stopped any of my habits.
Right.
Shit.
Fucking-
I was waiting for you to tell me to stop.
It's like, you're supposed to be my brother. You're supposed to tell me when to stop.
You got me fucking robotic monkey legs, but you can't help me quit drinking and smoking?
Yeah, it's because my older brother would make weed pipes out of aluminum foil, so,
Oh, yeah.
you know, it's whatever. I'm throwing shade this episode.
All day, all the time.
But the funny thing is, it's like, you know, if you don't understand that it's all just jokes,
Fuck you.
with a thin
Right.
line of truth mixed in, then, you know, you just don't get it. This is Saturday on Sunday. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to understand that Steven is the most easily approachable person.
Right.
So if you see him, stop and have a full conversation about everything that's
He
going on
loves
in
it.
your life.
Don't even, like, introduce yourself. Just go straight into your life story.
Just your whole backstory.
It's like, here, let me break this down real quick. So today I had
He
a...
loves it.
End it with asking for, like, $1.50 to catch the bus.
And I'd be like, oh, you're homeless? Get out of my face. Like, I feel like my views on the homeless population is really, you know, hit or miss. Like, if I see you on the same corner for the last 2 years, like,
That's your house? No.
like,
Right.
I'm like, oh man.
Set up a tent. Then they're not homeless.
There's a
Yeah.
guy that I've been seeing on the same fucking off ramp for probably close to 10 years, and he is set up to where he has like a tarp and a chair and everything, like, so if it's raining he could just go chill out in his little camp out area.
That's all cheaper than a mortgage.
I mean, I guess, but you know,
Yeah, but I wonder how much his mortgage is.
right. Like, I mean,
It's hard. It's so hard to tell. And we've talked about this. Like, there are obviously 100% fake homeless people.
Right.
They drive cars and live in houses, and they do it because people feel bad and give them money.
Right.
And that takes away from the people who really need help.
Right.
And that sucks.
Yeah.
But you can't discern that. Like, what am I supposed to do? Ask this guy for his fucking tax papers from the past couple of years?
Right. Yeah.
See if, look him up and see if I need your photo ID so I can run a background check to see if you own anything.
I mean, I do start collecting people's social security numbers so I can write them off as a dependent whenever I give anybody any money.
Well, there you go.
It's like, oh, you don't want to
Thinking
do
ahead.
that? It's like, come on, act like you have a home or something. Oh, man, I just paint myself as such a horrible person. Like, I have empathy, guys, seriously. I care. Generally,
I give to homeless people as often as I can.
Yeah.
It's harder now.
I try to give things other than actual money.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give them
advice. Get a job.
Right.
Yeah.
Take a bath. It might help.
I'm like, I realize that there's definitely not a good situation for people that are legitimately homeless. So
Right.
the phrases like "get a job" and stuff like that are just like
It's hard for some.
asshole things to say.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it's not like any employer is going to be like, "Oh, you seem like a legitimate person. I know that you don't have clean clothes or anything like that, and everything you own."
They're not
going to
help out and
I'm not
do
going to
anything about it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, those people I do genuinely feel bad for. And if I see somebody that's, I know that they're in that shitty situation, then I do feel bad and I do want to give something.
Right.
It's
It's
but
the people that
people,
have nicer clothes and nicer
or like
shoes
300 pounds sitting in like a lawn chair and said, "Lost my job.
Right.
it's just anything.
Hungry."
And
I'm
like I said,
no
it's
shit,
just,
you're hungry.
it's just really hard to discern the legitimate ones versus the ones that are just using it as a means of making money without doing anything.
Yeah, so I go to the conclusion that they're all shitty people.
And that's
they're
what
all
sucks.
big.
And that's what sucks is because that's what people do.
Yeah.
Right.
When you see these people and somebody who actually needs help, your first reaction is to tell them to go fuck themselves because you're used to the system and people are lying to you.
Right.
And that's what sucks for the people who you're like, oh, fuck off, get a job, say whatever mean things you say, and you walk off from them, and then you drive by them, and they're sleeping up against the Haven Arrest building.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, shit, that dude's homeless as fuck.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Because you're not, I promise you're not curled up in the middle of the day, 11 in the morning, curled up on the sidewalk next to a building, as a fucking joke, as a ploy to fucking make me, you don't do that,
Yeah.
So then you're like, oh fuck, I want to help these people, that sucks.
See,
because
and then you get the situation like I've had it where I generally
where
don't
people
carry
give you
cash.
money.
No.
Oh, right.
But when this dude gave me his whole story and everything, I'm like, dude, I don't have cash, but I have this $2 winter scratch off that I forgot to cash in because he stopped me outside the gas station. I'm like, you can have that, go cash in. That's a couple bucks. That's yours.
Yeah.
And he looked like he's like, you fucking asshole. I'm like, that's technically $2 right now.
Yeah.
Go cash it in, get you a bottle of water, protein bar or something.
Oh yeah.
But
it's it's the people that are the people that really need help will take that. And they'll be they'll be grateful.
Right.
The people that are being shitty are the people when you tell them oh, I don't have any cash, and oh, will you go to the ATM and get out money? Or
I've had that happen.
Or
to
you
me
give
too.
them a couple dollars, and they're oh, you think you can give me a 10? I'm like,
no.
Yeah.
And it's just
I'm
you see
struggling
the car
too.
that I'm driving. You see what I'm pulling up in. It's not like I'm rolling in dough that I can be oh, cool, yeah, I'm gonna pay. Your way too.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry.
I'm not a famous YouTuber who's gonna change your life right now.
Right. Yeah.
I can't do that.
What do I look like? That's a whole nother fucking bag of shit. Is the people that are going up to homeless people and offering them money and stuff like that, which is good. Do that for sure.
But they're doing it just for the views.
Right. Don't film it and then, put this person on blast on shit. It's because even if they're trying to get their life together, like, that's a hurdle that they're going to have to overcome. Because it's like, oh, you're the homeless guy from this fucking whatever YouTube
and you're
video.
like, no, I'm Brian, but thank you. You
Right.
know?
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
that's not giving me any notoriety other than I was a homeless person.
Right.
Yeah, and I get there, like, because a lot of people attacked, YouTubers for, doing that kind of shit.
Right.
If you're going to help people, help them. You don't need to film that.
Yeah.
And, like, I get it in the aspect of some of them are like, yo, well, I have millions of followers, and my goal was to, if I can post this video and get, a fraction of my followers to do the same thing, then we could help the world. And I understand that, but you can tell some of them are just doing it for, like, look at me, look what I'm doing.
Right.
You know, and I guess, I mean, it is what it is. But then you see all the time the fake YouTube videos where they're like, oh, I'm going to help this person, and here's fucking $100,000 and all this, and I'm changing your life, and none of it's real.
Oh,
you could tell it's all set up. Like, the homeless guy is like, yeah, I am homeless, and I just lost my house an hour ago.
Right.
Like,
and then they do the cry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All hands and face.
Thank you so much.
It's like, I don't know.
If you're going to do it, be genuine about what you do.
Right.
Like that homeless artist, that dude that they found on the street, and he was like, oh yeah, I wanted to paint, and blah, 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 and they did that kind of stuff, and they put his artwork out there, and then people bought his artwork, and then that's how he made his money, and so on and so forth. Like,
made him feel like
that's
he had a
cool.
purpose.
Yeah.
Like, helping people like that.
Right.
But, like, realistically, and people are going to come after me for this, but, like, jamming, like, a large lump sum of money in somebody's lap and saying, fix your life is not...
Right.
No, it's not the
helping.
way to go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, you're not instilling anything in them, but they're just going to go out and spend all that money, and haha, and I just spent this, and oh, fuck, now I'm still homeless.
Right.
Because I blew all my money on shit.
Yeah.
Like, helping somebody is legitly helping them, and in the meantime, like, helping them in small ways is fine.
Right.
But, like, yeah, just running up and going, I'm giving the first homeless person I see $10,000.
Oh, yeah.
You're probably going to find him dead later on the night,
Right.
if you actually give him $10,000 in cash in a fucking suitcase in the middle of fucking
Right.
the
Like Skid Row or something.
Oh, yeah. Like,
you're not helping him, you know.
Yeah.
You are just putting a fucking target on his head.
Right.
What's he going to go get a shit hotel? And, like, it's not going to help.
Yeah. And it's like, doing all that stuff, it's like, unless you know this person's background and story, they could have just take that money, go buy their drug of choice, and, like, they're dead from that.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, the narrative of all that kind of stuff, it's like, it's hit or miss, You could do all this stuff and really help somebody out, or it can all blow up in your face, and you just spend all this money to lead to this person's demise, or
For sure.
or putting them in a worse situation than they were in. Like, I mean, I understand that a good amount of homeless people suffer from some sort of disorder, or
Addiction.
whether it be physical or mental disorders or things like that. But people that don't suffer from that and are homeless, there's definitely ways to get out of it.
Yeah, but and this is a big thing, is you, as of right now, you said, look at the car I drive and I don't live that lavish of a life.
Right.
None of us sitting here right now are that far away from being homeless,
Right.
no matter how much you think you are.
Right.
Oh,
For
You
sure.
know, like, you have, a comfortable bed to sleep in. Mine's not very comfortable right now, but,
Right.
But, no, you have that. You have a roof. You have heat. You have food. You have all that.
Right.
But none of us here,
Yeah.
like,
not a
how
guarantee.
much money do you guys just have, like, set up for an emergency fund?
I can make probably like 2 days.
Yeah, like, I'm dead, like,
Like,
without money. And a lot of the times what people don't understand is homelessness isn't always like, I see it coming and it's,
No,
Right.
it happens
And there
at the
it
drop
is.
of a hat.
like, none of us sitting here are that far away from being, it takes one thing
Right.
to trickle down and fucking a boulder hits and that's it.
Right.
you're fucking down there. You have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And it's that simple. Like,
Right.
a lot of people who are legitimately homeless and out there struggling to get back on their feet never saw that shit coming.
Right. Yeah.
They live the same kind of lives we do. Like, everybody assumes that being homeless is equated to drugs or doing something fucked up. But sometimes it's a layoff. Sometimes it's a, and right now it's a little bit better because so many people are looking for employees.
Right.
So it's easier to get a job. But like, think about that thing when you're in a time period where that's not happening.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you can't pay these bills, and the next thing you know, you're getting evicted and you have nowhere to go. And, I don't have anybody to fall back on if I were to lose everything.
Right.
I don't have nobody to look out for me. I mean, I have a fucking family of 5. I can't move into somebody's one bedroom.
Oh, right.
And that's where people get lost. And then so say I am homeless now and I have nowhere to go and whatnot, and everybody's like, get your job.
Yeah.
And you were talking about maybe you don't have clean clothes, or maybe, but if I do, like, I'm homeless, I have nothing, right?
Yeah.
No money, no anything. So what, I pick up the first job that I can get, McDonald's. So the money that I make literally is going to, like, feed me and stuff, feed my family.
Yeah.
I'd have no money to buy a house. It's not like now that I got this fucking job at McDonald's, next week I can buy a house or I can get a house.
Yeah.
Like, I still need money to buy all this shit. I still need money for a deposit. I still need money.
Right.
Like, I need all that. That doesn't come out of nowhere.
Right.
I mean, I put it in a savings account right now.
And
That's
there's
still,
no way you can
I'm
save
still homeless.
up. You can't save
You
up.
can't
on
save up when you
even-
have nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
You
even
know.
minimum wage, there's no way to save. Like,
Yeah.
even, like, above minimum wage. Like,
Right.
I'm fighting to get above what most places minimum wage is now.
Right.
And
The crazy thing is the poverty level used to be here.
Right.
And now in 2021, the poverty level's here.
Right.
Same amount of money differential, it means nothing now,
Yeah.
Like, the average person making a decent amount, or what they think is a decent amount, is under that poverty level now.
Right,
Because
yeah.
it's fucking nothing. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
and that's why I try to instill in a lot of people who look at all these people who are like, oh, they're on drugs or they're doing something that causes them not to get ahead, and they're
Right.
homeless on their own demise. Like, that's not always the case.
some of those
Right.
homeless people become addicts because they look for something to
and some
cope
of them are
with.
literally they're just out there like, the world fucked me. And
Right.
I'm here.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Like, the world, I didn't do anything wrong. The world fucked me,
Right.
and I'm here.
Right. And some
that
people
sucks.
get to their breaking point and someone gives them something and they become addicted.
And like I said, in this time
It doesn't-
period, there's a bunch of people hiring. So like right now, it's like
Yeah.
you can
This is
almost.
the
But like,
best time to
but
try to
in those
find
time periods years ago when there wasn't a now
shit,
hiring
just
and everything.
what, like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
You couldn't find a fucking
So you
job.
show up to your job one morning and the fucking doors are locked. What do? Where's your move?
Right.
Right.
And what happens is, so you're like, oh, whatever, they just closed. I have to start finding a job. But you're relaxed in that beginning phase.
Yeah.
You're like,
And
well,
you-
at least I
you
get a
think
little
you
bit of
have
time off.
something.
I have time.
Right.
And the next thing you know, you're sitting outside asking somebody for a couple bucks because you fucked up,
Right.
And you fucked up in that leisureness. Not because your job closed, but you get that lax. And then there's times where it's just like, I have nothing. I have no money put aside.
Right.
And that goes for the majority of us sitting here right now.
Yeah.
And the majority of the people that will watch this, and the majority of the people in our neighborhoods.
Right.
We have nothing to fall back on.
Right.
I
mean, I feel like it's a lot of ways, like, nothing is being changed to make life for anybody that's not wealthy any
Right.
easier.
No.
And it's
No,
just
they'll
like,
never change
oh,
that.
we're going to raise the minimum wage, and we're going to do this stuff and have these cuts or tax cuts and tax breaks. And it's just like, that's like too little too late kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, you're going to save, a few people a couple bucks, and a couple people that are getting assistance are going to be able to continue that assistance. And, that's all good and everything, but it's just like, as the wages rise so does everything else.
Right.
Well,
And it's just
the biggest problem is everything else has been rising, but the wages have not.
Right.
So even if they raise the minimum wage right now, which some companies are doing, they're still not catching up to what everything else
went
is.
to.
And it's like it's never going to be that way because the people that do have the money and do cycle the money around want it, and they want more of it, and they want it at a ridiculous amount to where, you know, nobody else can have it. I got to have it, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it somewhere else so you can't take any more of it. So, you know.
What I love now is the amount of information that is out there on how to increase money and do things like that. Like, and there's a lot of people out there that are strictly for the people who are like giving this information out. Not those people who say, "Hey, buy my programming." It'll help you earn money. But the people who are just like giving this information out,
right?
And they're showing people how to use like the future of money, you know, and they're showing people how to like. Some people will fall back on it and say it's all bullshit, but like currencies, NFTs, things like that, like. They're giving this information out. They're telling people, you know, savings accounts are stupid. Get your money out of a savings account, you know, and start doing what the savings accounts are doing. And they're giving this information to people in hopes that we can stop the younger generation from following in the same footsteps and staying in the same mediocre life. Invest your money. Do that's what the banks are doing. They're taking your money that you've put and they're investing it. And they're the people that are out here showing people how to do it is the best, you know. They're like, take this, do this. Yeah, get Robinhood. It fucking sucks. It's probably not the one you should be using, but if that's what you need, do that.
I mean, honestly, I use Acorn.
And you just need
it doesn't build up much, but like you said, time.
You need time, and you need to do the research.
Right.
The problem is it's never going to work if you think you're going to go in and you're going to take a little bit of money and you're going to throw it on something random and hope that's going to skyrocket.
No.
You have to follow this stuff, do your research, get on the computer. Like, literally before you make your decisions, Google. Like, everything's on the internet.
Everything is still a gamble.
For sure. But, like, that's how they're doing it. They're doing their research and knowing how to get ahead of the wave. And then buying in low and watching them, like buying at the dips and stuff like that. That's what people are doing, and that's what you need to teach these generations. Is there are ways to make money, like the people who are rich do. You know?
Like, I mean, all I think about it now, it's just like what I'm thinking is like future problems and future solutions and are things that you should invest in now. Like right now, I was watching some video yesterday about how the amount of companies and businesses and residential places are going to need air conditioning and heating systems installed are going to like almost double in the next 20 years. So it's like, should I be investing in these air conditioning?
Like HVAC?
Yeah, even getting HVAC business.
Well, I did a job for a guy. Fuck you. I did a job for a guy.
Fucking all thumbs today, dropping his soda
I can't do
and everything.
And this guy said that he got laid off during COVID, which is, you know, a lot of us did.
Right.
And instead of doing nothing or enjoying that time off that he had and just like, you know, living it up, he started researching and did studying. And the whole time that he was laid off, he just kept researching and getting all this stuff together. When he came out of COVID, like when it was all said and done, they were opening stuff, he started an HVAC company.
Oh, okay.
And now he runs an HVAC company that makes money.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, I didn't know shit about HVAC.
Right.
But he had determination.
I put all this effort and time. I bought some stuff. I did everything they said. I got this shit. He was like, I have an HVAC company now, and they make fucking money.
Oh yeah.
But the problem is if you're not willing to do that research or to put that time in to learn something or to get out, then you're always going to be at the same level you were at.
Right.
Nobody's going to give you a fucking thing. Nobody's going to hand you anything. So I would like that was my biggest inspiration to like, fuck man, I need to do something else too. Like I have common sense. I can figure shit out. Like,
Right.
why am I? There's no reason, unless you have no desire to.
Yeah.
There's no reason that you can't be your own boss and make your own money and
Right.
and do that kind of shit.
It's all about discipline.
Yeah.
You gotta want to put the time and energy in.
I mean, if you're down with making whatever you make and making somebody else more money, that's fine. Like, there are always going to be people who are just workers.
Right.
Right.
I want to go here. I want to do, because people think, oh, owning a business is owning a business. I get to tell people what to do and point fingers and all that shit. But there's so much more to that.
Right.
Like, you gotta put in the risk. You gotta put in the hours. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
when your employees go home, you're still working. Like, you know, you don't
Right.
get.
Right.
It's not. Oh, it's over with. You have all that. But there are always gonna be people who just want to get a paycheck. I don't want to do all that. I don't want to bother with that shit.
Yeah.
I want to get a fucking paycheck. I want to go home. I make enough to live.
Right.
Right.
And then there are going to be people who want to do more.
Yeah.
I'm that person. I'm out.
Right. I mean, you know, as far as like doing things outside of, you know, working our 9-to-5 jobs, I feel like, you know, if this podcast could just pay off, that'd
Yeah.
be
That would be great.
I mean, definitely not banking on this podcast doing anything other than, you know.
I literally
Being an
am. I put
outlet
so
for
much.
us.
I put so much into this.
Right.
No.
Like, I mean, I invest as far as.
No,
you
I'm
know,
talking about, like, I have so much riding on this. Like, I
I thought he was talking about how much Pepsi he put into that tablecloth.
I got a loan on a brand new, $700,000 home.
Oh,
You know,
right.
all banked on this.
Oh, yeah.
Well, shit.
I'm just kidding. I live in a 2-bedroom box.
Don't we all?
Right.
It's
Oh. Yeah, it's like I'm trying to get out of my little 2-bedroom box.
Well, I know a house that's
trying
going
to
to
get into a
go
1-bedroom
for
box.
sale.
I'm trying to get into a studio apartment with a Murphy bed. You know, nothing too
Fucking
crazy.
hot plate.
Oh man.
Are you about to sell the Jake Love Shack
Yeah,
for $29 or 2 for $50?
at
Oh,
least.
man. You got 2 of those? I'll give you 50 for 2 of them.
Well, I ate all the Starbursts except for the yellow ones.
Oh man. What a letdown.
I ate a
All
couple
right,
yellow ones. I
So,
didn't like
you
it.
know, we got a few minutes left of the show.
You better eat those quick.
Every single one at once.
Put them all together, make a
I
big
couldn't
heap.
even do it. Dude, I found a tooth in one of them, and I don't know if it's mine. I can't just eat all those at once.
Right.
It's
There could be all kinds of teeth in there.
Yeah, I mean, you could find the rest of the tooth.
Right, who knows?
It's a scavenger hunt.
I mean, which color Starburst was the tooth in?
I don't know because I was like rapid firing them in my mouth. I don't even know which one it was.
Well, needless to
dangerous.
say, out of all the ones I had, no teeth.
No teeth. So it was
No
I mean,
teeth.
I'm gonna assume it was mine. I'm gonna assume it was mine from somewhere in there.
Right.
There's gonna be people with like perfectly healthy teeth that like are gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
What is wrong with
Yeah.
all 3 of them?
Like,
Just let
You
their
guys talking
teeth
about your
rot
teeth
out.
falling apart?
Us lower level people, our teeth just fall out.
Yeah. You know,
Well, it's
we don't
'cause
have
we
the
don't wanna
luxury
go
of
homeless,
dental insurance.
So
all
we
the
don't
fucking
go to the
time.
dentist.
Dental insurance. It's a fucking joke.
Right.
Yeah, but like luckily now I only pay 69 cents a paycheck
Nice.
for dental insurance.
That's legit.
Yeah, you know, for my mouth.
Oh,
If you don't say nice after somebody says 69, what are you doing?
I feel like, you know, if you don't,
It's-
then
if you don't say nice, you at least got to go for the high five.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna jump up and do it. There it
you
is.
go. Left me hanging there forever. God.
He said, "Fuck your 69 nice high five tattoos." Whatever. It is what it is.
I was thinking about getting a real big 6'9" on my forehead.
I think it's taken already.
Okay, if that's taken, maybe the fucking jigsaw from the Saw movies, maybe right on my cheek. No.
take it.
Oh,
What
shit.
about a fucking ice cream cone? We're gonna switch it up. I already got an ice cream cone tattoo.
What about a blizzard upside down?
Oh yeah, you got to have the hand in it, holding it upside down.
Yeah.
Right, and the spoon sticking out of the top
Hell
or
yeah.
bottom.
Oh boy, face tattoos.
Yeah, I mean,
It's funny. Like, I watched this Your Mom's House podcast, and like they follow a few different people that are going through facial tattoo removals.
Yeah.
And it's just like so silly. Like the one guy has full like fucking Violent J fucking clown makeup.
Why would you want to remove that?
You know, it doesn't really help.
At that point, just go like, old school Batman movie. Just paint a regular face on top of it,
right? I mean,
and then just wipe it off when you get home.
It's just like, I don't know. The guy himself, he's just like, this has been a hindrance on my entire life. I'm like, you got fucking clown makeup on your face. Of course, it's a hindrance to your life.
Right.
You got to build a career before you get the clown makeup. You got to be like fucking what's his name?
Rodeo clown.
Rodeo clown. Fucking why can't I remember that guy's name? There's a barber who has clown.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. He's got the like little like.
That dude's my
yeah.
spirit animal. He has like the fucking clown hair and like the little tiny hat.
Yep, I know who you're talking
He'll
about.
pull the little hat off and it has like a rubber duck in there, and you're like, oh, you're great. I just want to live that clown lifestyle.
We'll do it.
It's lifestyle time.
Only one way to start.
Right.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
I feel like
I haven't brought the soundboard down in a while. I'm sorry.
Becoming a clown at this point in history, people just assume that it's either ICP or Pennywise related. It's like, can't I just be a clown?
No.
Can't I just be, Dopey the clown?
Icy Wise.
Icy Wise, I see UP.
I gotta clean up my mess so Jake doesn't hit me again.
There's a trash bag on that chair. I don't clean up my own mess, so what?
Right.
The fuck?
I'm just kidding. Jake doesn't hit me.
Hard.
I do it just right.
Consensual.
It's all, we have a safe word. It's all good.
We established it at the top of every show. You guys don't catch on?
Right. And, if you did catch on, thanks.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming.
You know what to scream out.
Right. Like, and if you don't, good luck.
Ooh.
I'll never mind you.
But, it is what it is, and it was what it wasn't. So.
Don't make nothing of it?
Don't make nothing of it. And if she doesn't like it, fuck it. Let her mama suck it.
Oh.
What are you doing, step bro?
And if you
Someone got stuck.
I was going to help you do your laundry. What are you talking about?
Oh, God.
Oh, well. Well, if you enjoyed what we're putting down and we're throwing up and we're throwing back and we're into and what you're not into, and if you like me, I love you. So, whatever. Tell your friends and tell your family and family's friends and friends' family to subscribe to the Saturday on Sunday podcast on YouTube. Because you know what? I'm here. My name's Steven.
I'm also here. My name is Twan.
Well? Just do it already.
We love you.
Love you. Bye.
Peace out. Peace out.
Fucking goddamn it! I can't get this around. I'm fucking losing it. Are these people even fucking watching?
Peace out.
Ooh. Ooh.
It's a Saturday on Sunday.
That motherfucking Starburst. Welcome to the Starburst party.
I always forget to bring my mouse down here.
I always forget to bring my mouse down here. Down here. I'm never bringing my mouse down here. Down here. Where the fuck's my mouse at anyway? I don't fucking know. It's not down here, I know that for sure. Motherfucking left it. Where the fuck I leave it, I don't even remember.
Fuck.
I don't even know where my fucking microphone is. It's right in front of my face.
Check it out.
Get a nice opening recording, just all of us chewing Starburst.
Oh, I'm not tuning it. Goddamn